Active listening versus passive listening. What does it mean to withhold your approval? And what do people think about people who don't respond immediately? Is awkward silence a thing? Can awkward silence create chemistry? Ooh. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in. This is a good one. So you've probably heard of active listening. It's when someone's talking to you and you're like, yeah, yep, yeah. So active listening is like constantly giving someone feedback that you're on board, you agree, yes, oh yeah, totally, approve, I approve. I want you to practice passive listening. Now, passive listening is not disapproval, it's just withholding your approval. It's pulling back on your approval. It's, It's not giving them the response that you're like, yeah, I agree. It could just be total stillness. It could be remaining still without nodding and saying, okay, yeah. So the physical one is the hardest one to stop. That's the one that's just so built in. Even at the beginning of this little impression that I'm doing, I found myself kind of like, can't stop nodding. So this one is going to be really deeply ingrained in you, if that's your tendency. And I want you to just practice passive listening. Just listen to the person, stay neutral, maintain eye contact, stay relaxed, try to keep your body and your breath calm, and just listen to them. And at the end, you can be like, I 100% agree. And then they're like, oh, phew, I wasn't sure if you were on board or not. And that tension created a status dynamic, created more attraction to you, created more interest in you. So get comfortable with just being attentive, but not, oh yeah, you don't need to be on board stamping approval every time they say something. Get comfortable with awkward silence. I don't think there even is such thing as awkward silence. There's just awkward people. And sometimes it's silent. It's like the silence itself doesn't have a quality to it, but people place their awkwardness on that silence. And that's unreasonable. So get okay with that silence. Realize that actually there's some beautiful stuff that happens in that silence. That tension, that chemistry. I mean, like, talk about, that's the chemical reaction. If you guys have chemistry, silence is like where the bubbles start coming up, because that's where there's like, oh, there's tension forming. What's happening here? So get comfortable with silence. Also recognize from a negotiation standpoint, silence is your most powerful tool. Sales, powerful tool. Connecting with people, powerful tool. Everyone's avoiding it because they don't know how to wield this powerful tool. But once you learn how to work with silence and keep your body calm and stay connected to the person, but not overly connected, you will find silence to be the most rich, exciting part of communication. It's the space between the notes. It's what makes music amazing, is those moments of silence. It's the big drop, that comes after that kind of like pause. So get okay with silence. Get okay with silence. I mean, I could go off about this. Get okay with silence in your home. Get okay with silence as you move through life. Get okay with sitting in silence, meditation. Get okay with silence. Silence is beautiful. Good communicators are not just filling the airways with conversation all the time. They're not just talking. They are comfortable with silence. They enjoy the silence. So start to enjoy silence. Anything I talk about in that video resonate with you? Anything that you see yourself doing or you've noticed other people doing? Why don't you try not? I say that without judgment. Try just not responding. Try just sitting with a little bit of silence and allowing for that tension to form. Maybe some conversation this week, you see an opportunity just to sit in that pause and see how you feel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out more of our videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.